Hello, my name is Mahli-Ann. I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Sydney. Today I will present a snapshot of findings from one chapter of my thesis and speak on the politics of women's resilience and how they lean in and lean out of gaming. One of the most popular approaches to amending the apparent gender divide in games is to promote new entry points which encourage more girls and women to enter into games as players and creators. However, various scholars have critiqued entry point interventions as they problematically treat females' inherent lack of interest as if that was the main problem, and thus merely assume that girls and women simply need enough encouragement. Many girls and women play and make games despite barriers. Women are indeed tech-savvy and skillfully deploy coping strategies while navigating hostile and male-dominated environments. However, the necessity to continue using coping strategies is an unfair burden. When focusing on joining, entry points don't look at why someone might ultimately leave. In turn, they fail to account for how these environments require marginalized people to cope with exclusionary norms to stay in. My analysis also draws inspiration from Angela McRobbie's critiques of neoliberalist corporate feminism and the suggestion that women should simply lean in to male-dominated workplaces. I also take an interest in the book Lean Out, which specifically addresses the struggle for gender equality in games and tech industries. Here I want to explore how the effective dimensions of lean in and lean out continue to shape women's lived experiences beyond the workplace, challenging the divisions between the public, private, work, and domestic spheres of living. For this chapter, I had interviewed 7 self-identified women who played games with their romantic partners. The women I spoke to were aged between 23 and 29 at the time, living in Sydney. All participants had played video games from a young age, and all, except for Piper, also often played independently without their partners. However, those who stopped playing when they were teenagers were less likely to identify as gamers. The top row of interviewees here describe a sense of leaning in, and the bottom row described a sense of leaning out. Jesse's boyfriend played Dungeons and Dragons 3 times a week, and played video games whenever he could. Because Jesse felt that gaming was his entire world, Jesse felt pressured to play more games to maintain their relationship. For Jesse, sometimes it felt like he was picking games over her. Bianca's boyfriend would also tell her to leave him alone so he could play games, telling her to go play her own games. While Bianca and her boyfriend, Silvando, both worked in the games industry, Silvando believed that he was still more of a real hardcore gamer than her because he played games like World of Warcraft and she liked handheld games. So when Bianca played games with her boyfriend, she felt pressured to play in a more hardcore way, even if she found it less enjoyable. Conversely, Piper and her boyfriend Nick didn't have conflicts about games. Piper believed that this was because they only ever played games together. They played through games like Skyrim and Fallout as a couple, swapping turns, playing and spectating while sharing the controller. Piper explained to me that Nick technically wasn't allowed to play without her because she wanted to follow the storyline. Curiously, 2 interviewees, Jesse and Piper, reported that their boyfriends had created girlfriend avatars. That is, their partners created avatars to resemble the likeness of their girlfriends. While Jesse felt conflicted about the avatar, Piper had a far more accepting reaction. Piper felt that identifying with her avatar made her feel more included when playing games like Fallout together with Nick. Jesse didn't. This is my favorite quote, so I'm going to read the whole thing out. So, in Destiny, he made a character that looks exactly like me. And that was weird because I think it was part of him like, I'm playing games without Jessie, so I'll include her somehow, but it's weird. It's definitely weird. It was sort of like a 3-tier wave of emotions. Of the first one being like, what the fuck, that's really weird, I'm gonna die repetitively at your hand. The second one was like, actually no, that's kind of flattering, she's pretty cool looking. Then the third one was like, no, you're controlling me, and it's super weird. And I just sort of fluctuate between the 3. Indeed, Jesse's boyfriend's girlfriend avatar in Destiny wasn't her avatar, it was his avatar. The most obvious reading from these results could be to suggest that couples experience relationship conflicts when their gaming patterns diverged. However, Rather than recommending that couples should simply try to better converge their gaming habits with one another, I propose a different interpretation here. When women spoke about feeling pressured to play more games or play less games, I argue that their accounts also invoke the fantasies and images of the perfect woman, the perfect partner, the perfect relationship, and the good life. These kinds of images of the perfect also help to explain what could cause the accords between couples relative to their gaming practices. Shepard enjoyed making claymation, building websites, messing around with code. She also did boxing, yoga, and Toastmasters. While she enjoyed playing games with her boyfriend, Shepard felt that being a gamer couldn't give her that well-roundedness of being the perfect woman in society. She felt like she needed to be more of an adult, that she wanted to go out to dinner, to the theater, or the movies, but her boyfriend didn't. As another example of a tension seen between gaming and the image of adulthood, Diva agreed with her boyfriend's complaints that having a clean house ranked above gaming, explaining that she hadn't done the dishes in 4 days because she was playing games. She believed that she should ease up on her gaming to make sure that her partner was happy, because she saw that her partner's happiness should be her main goal as a good partner. In a past relationship, Ellie felt obliged to play League of Legends with her boyfriend and her housemates, even though she found the experience deeply unpleasant. When she experienced harassment from other players, her boyfriend and housemates never defended her. Eventually, it started to feel like a collective sense of shaming. She stopped playing League of Legends altogether, even though she wanted to play games with her boyfriend and housemates. Then, a couple of years later, after witnessing Gamergate, she was ready to throw it all in. If she was going to keep playing any games, she believed that searching for more humane games was an ethical duty to be a good person. Reven also had negative experiences in a past relationship, where her boyfriend at the time expected her to donate all her in-game items to him when playing games like World of Warcraft together. And if Reven beat her boyfriend at a game, he would ignore her and refuse to speak to her for multiple hours. So she held herself back and would try not to kick his ass as quickly. She didn't really want to play with other people for a while after that relationship, so she retreated to playing handheld single-player games instead. These women's stories help to demonstrate that relationship conflicts and gendered sociocultural pressures can shape and reshape women's gaming. The effective structures of leaning in and leaning out problematically reduce women's participation and non-participation to a choice. I argue here that treating women's participation and non-participation as a choice cannot adequately capture the wide range of tensions and pressures associated with women's evolving disengagement. Thank you for listening.